Let's check in with Media Monitoring Africa, as we do in the weeks up towards the elections. The disinformation, which is really cluttering social media right now. Joined by Newzroom Afrika. Newzroom, good afternoon to you. The strange tale of the smeared posters. What's happening here?
So, I mean, over the past 2 weeks, we've kind of seen people, use political posters online to voice their opinions. And these were obviously submitted as complaints of disinformation. And however, even though they weren't found to be disinformation, it's worth mentioning because in actual sense, they could be further investigated on its own because it's actually an offense to do so. So now you've got people who are manipulating online posters, obviously to voice their opinion of a political party, and it's not disinformation, but in actual sense, they are not supposed to be doing that, especially if it was created by a particular party for their campaigns. And this is why we really emphasize that if you do come across any political ads or digital banners, to verify them against the political party's official website page, or go to Padre, which is an online platform where political parties themselves can actually upload their campaign marketing materials, and anyone can go and verify anything they come across when it comes to their ads.
Remember the story? I mean, this is, from the anti-vaxxers, and gosh, they're a creative lot. They're saying that card readers and Wi-Fi can pick up people who are vaccinated.
Yes, I mean, when COVID started, we were still dealing with, chips being used to track us all over, globally. And now it has advanced in anti-vaccine videos where people are now claiming that if you get vaccinated and, you walk past a Wi-Fi area or a card reader, that in actual sense you can be detected through that. So now it's no longer, looking at, being able to be tracked wherever you go, but now it's that any technological device, and I mean, this is like a huge advancement of AI, if you're going to say everyone globally can really be detected by a card reader or Wi-Fi. And usually how these videos would be is that in the beginning, they'll be talking about the vaccine and the effects, etc. And then literally in the middle, that's where they would bring in all these theories around, don't get it because it's a way of you also being detected.
I mean, we all know how people are going to detect us. It's because we take our phones everywhere we go. If we left them behind or in the car and just took a book with us, probably be happier people. I mean, probably be happier people. Then this is fantastic. I don't know where you find this. This is the headline, right? I don't know why the race matters. White SA doctor drops bombshell about Deputy President David Mabuza and the Russian link. I mean, I hope I got the voice right.
I mean, I don't know if this was a headline trying to be catchy or the image on its own, but this was an article by Opera News. And for some reason, it's actually seen as a credible news source. And whereas when you go through their content, clearly it really isn't. And it's a website, article that they did last week. And that was the headline. I mean, wow, with the headline. And in the image and in the whole article, they're referring to Chris Vick, who is the white doctor they're referring to as a medical doctor, whereas in actual sense, Chris Vick is a spin doctor and not a certified medical doctor. And the whole article is based on him as a key source. And most importantly, obviously, they're using him as a way of, doing this big expose on the deputy president. And it really goes back to looking at the websites that you are interacting with and kind of see the type of content that they usually post. And I know I've mentioned this before, but I didn't really get to go into it. But when we're speaking on how to spot disinformation, one of the 5 C's that we look at is look at the credibility, but most importantly, confirm it, especially when you're looking at an image or you're looking at a very, influential person in society who's being, used as a source, or perhaps who's used as a way of grabbing attention of South African citizens.
You and I both know Chris Vick. I wouldn't like to be the people who put this out there. He is going to find them, and he's going to make them pay a price. He's going to have lots of fun doing it. Well, Newzroom Afrika, thanks very much indeed. Really do appreciate the time from Media Monitoring Africa.